Good morning,
This
good
meeting
morning,
is
good
being
morning.
recorded.
Sweethearts, good morning.
Good morning.
So hello to Kai, Tony, and Felix on this
Hello.
beautiful sunshine. I had to put my how is it called? Gardinen?
Mhm.
What is it called? Gardina in English.
Uh, Curtains.
Curtains. Because
Curtain.
it's so beautiful, sunny, even though it's fresh. It's very cold now. Yeah, and I'm so happy to see you. And I would say feel free to share beautiful stories or whatever.
Mhm. Mhm.
And meanwhile, I will enjoy my breakfast. It's a brunch. I mean, come on, it's a brunch, a Saturday brunch. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Bon
Bon
appetit.
appetit.
Mm.
Yeah, Tony. Hello. I also lived in Barcelona for a while.
Really?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I did. Yeah, yeah,
During a
yeah.
long time?
No, no, not a long time actually. But long enough that well, actually, I was living in Barcelona for a few months, and then I was living up just south of Barcelona in a place called Sitges. And yeah,
Teachers?
but that
Yes.
was quite a long, yeah, that was quite a long time ago. But I know Barcelona very well. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Do you speak Spanish?
yeah.
And
I speak Spanish, yes, because I did live in Spain for some years. Yeah.
uh-huh.
Kai
Yeah.
Kai is speaking a lot of languages. Amazingly, a lot of languages.
Oh, like
Yeah,
a
Nur
beautiful.
fünf. Nur fünf.
Five is not bad, I would say.
Mhm.
And
Beautiful.
also, do you speak Catalan? A little, or did you
I know.
understand?
I understand, yes, to some extent, but I don't speak it. And actually, I didn't really have the motivation to learn it because of the some of the local people. They don't have a very good attitude about
Wow.
they're a little bit just yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
I felt fine. Just the main thing was to be able to speak Spanish, reasonably well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sitges
Mhm.
is beautiful. It's a beautiful village, Sitges.
It is, and it's great. It's only half an hour from Barcelona, so
Yes.
you can go to Barcelona anytime. And yeah. Where in Barcelona are you living?
Really, I am living in Badalona. It's
Oh, Barcelona. Yes. Yeah.
Badalona, but
Okay.
with the underground 20 minutes, we are in the
Yeah.
Badalona
Uh-huh.
center. But I live
Uh-huh.
near the beach, and wow,
Ah, yeah.
and
Mhm.
today is a shiny day. Then maybe after this meeting, I'm going to have a to swim to the
Great.
in the
Yeah. Yeah.
beach
It's
because
amazing, Tony. You are really living in paradise. There is the
well, I
beach,
don't
the
know with the
sea.
fire, but the beach is amazing, really. It is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
And
it's beautiful.
and seeing Felix so with so many clothes, I imagine that here there's a lot of cold, but here no, here is the temperature is amazing still.
Yeah, yeah. Fortunately, I was in Barcelona like 4 weeks ago, at the beginning of September in near Barcelona, Gava.
Gavard,
It's
yes.
Gava, and
Yeah.
I have a friend that is living that moved from the city center to Gava,
Yeah.
and she's living right next to the beach. So
Wow.
it was like I think 27 degrees the water temperature was like a
Wow.
month ago.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's quite near to paradise, I would say. Yeah.
Yes. Very
Wow.
near. Very
I
near.
mean, this is like bathing in a soup.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool. I love
Tony,
meat.
are you Tony, are you from Europe originally or from another continent?
No, I'm from Barcelona.
Oh, you're from Barcelona. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good to know. Yeah. Mhm.
And because of this message, I'm learning English because we used to speak French when you were young here. Everybody used to learn French.
Mm.
And well, in my 20s or my 30s, I tried to learn English, but well, was too difficult for me. But then when I discovered the open secret, the message and the talks, Tony, Jim, Andreas, I say, well, I may understand more or less, but I have to to learn English. And since then, I'm learning. I'm going to the academy, and thanks to Rosa and Sander, I'm practicing my English, speaking about non-duality. That's
Beautiful,
Great.
Tony. Beautiful. I'm very happy that we met, because you see, this
Yeah.
is just automatically, innocently happening for no reason. Here is no really nothing that I have to say. But just meeting you, it's in a way, yeah, it's so beautiful. It's so simple. I love it. And now this intrinsic motivation to learn English, is simply the same with me, Tony, by the way. I improved a lot my English only because of this message. Because the people I love to watch performed in English. And this was totally naturally to go, to listen, to understand more, to dive deeper, effortless, totally effortless. It's not like work, and then also being able to speak like with you now.
And it's curious because just I have discovered some Spanish speakers that speak about this, that exactly the open secret message, but in Spanish, and sounds weird to me. I prefer the English because the Spanish is more square. No, the concepts well sounds different, and for me, is very strange. Must be only the beginning because if you get used, doesn't matter the language, of course. But for me, is associated then this message with English.
I totally get you, because I had directly the opportunity to listen in German. For example, Claudia Vilkhoff. Claudia Vilkhoff, I love her. She's beautiful. She is very straight and clear, like Jim Newman. She's the female Jim, of course, no, but I just jokefully say like the female Jim Newman. And there is something which I love. She was also trained, or the education was theater and singing. So there is also this, even though she's very, very straight, clear, you wouldn't sense in a way that she is an artist, but only the voice, because the voice is so soft, so beautiful. You simply feel that she has something with a training with the voice, And okay, and this was Klaus. I would check him, and I could listen to her, and in a way, then to the English. And then also the third language I'm speaking, Bulgarian. Lyubo and Luciana, it's a couple, Bulgaria couple. Perfection in action. I got in touch with them in the very beginning when I was about to leave the awareness message, when I wasn't anymore able to be the observer, and when the whole thing collapsed. Then they also popped in, and this was so cool. I was freaking out. I can remember the energy was very high anyways. It was the drive to talk a bit, and like their Zoom space, it was a space where I could simply like chat with them like friends. And we were always inviting ourselves, Rosie, come over to Bulgaria, just so cool, so cool. They're so sweet. And then it was like, wow, so cool to listen to this also in Bulgarian. Even though I'm not practicing this, but I understand everything. And it's simply how to say, it's always this. It's always this, yeah. But it's
Always,
funny, just yeah.
always, always.
So and
Maybe
it's
some of
yeah, Felix.
maybe some of you know Francis Lucille.
Mm-hmm.
He's living in California, and he's like communicating in a nice French accent.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
I know
really.
him. I like him.
A very
Yeah,
strong
he's cool.
French
He's cool.
accent.
Mm. What I liked the most of Lucille when I was in a way diving, sorry, a bit into Rupert Spira, Lucille, was that Francis also played tennis.
Ah,
And
okay.
yeah, it was always funny to listen that. Yeah. Very cool. Felix, what's going
Yeah.
on there? How are you in a way also talking about this or doing something, joining meetings? What's going on there?
No, I'm just talking with you, and I'm not very into it. I'm still listening to some speakers. I just listened today to Claudia. You already mentioned, and yeah, it's fun to hear how the things are expressing itself, and yeah, and it's also fun, like to join meetings and to speak about it. Yeah, but I don't regularly do some exchange. You invited me to Zander, and I'm just joining like few meetings. I'm
Yeah.
not going to get regular in any way, I think. But you never know. Never know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tony, was there something during the week which was I know you already a little, I can feel you more, which was in a way impressing you and some kind of a issue topic we can maybe just now talk about.
Let's talk about the dropping of the me.
Okay, the dropping of the me.
The dropping of the me. It's very, for me, it's very interesting because there's not the feeling that the moment when the me drops, so to speak, and release the feeling that never has been the me.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's what the speaker says, really. They speak about the dropping or the collapse, and the same thing they say that never has been. Here, the sense of the collapse in a moment or in a short period is not so clear, but it's really clear that has never been. That's so clear, never has been. No, it's not, and also it's not so important. Has never been, but no matter. It's not a big issue. No, never has been, but it's something going on. No, this character move this hand and have do things, but without being a me, without, of course, without free willing or choice. Of course not, and things are happening, and this never having been a me is absolutely liberating, really, because there are some images of my childhood or my young, and without being a me. It's beautiful. It's beautiful because only images, kind of memories, no different than what I'm seeing now. No, because it's only this. It's only this. Nothing is missing. No, it's so clear. There's not another level or another step. Never will be another step. Not second step, not third step, not fourth step. No, because all the steps, all the levels are here, so to speak.
Beautiful.
Well,
Yeah, beautiful.
And also all the psychological problems, they drop as well, which is that I find is just amazing, because most of our suffering is due to these all this psychological stuff, and that all drops away, and that I think is the miracle really of
yes.
being
Kai,
free.
you wanna give an example, maybe? Just an example? I can
Oh
also
my
give
goodness.
examples.
Well, I mean, all the reasons why people get angry, people get frustrated, jealous. It's the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle. Yeah, all that stuff. I mean, you can still get angry at, so it's fine, but it's not the same.
This I want to say to you. You can still get angry and jealous. Here,
Yeah.
everything is still popping up, but there is no relevance to this. This just comes
No.
and goes. And I
Yeah.
noticed that here, this character plays very intensively. It's very quick, boom, and goes. And then, it's just like there is no holding on to this. It's just like, wow, in full on intensity, no matter what, anger.
Yeah.
With fear is like, let's say fear. It's not really fear. I cannot say that this is fear anymore, because when you cannot see the importance or the relevance of the situation anymore, there is simply no fear. That this is maybe the relaxation and the less seriousness in the thing. This definitely changed. A certain situations simply like naturally are provoking maybe like a protective reaction, and we can say it's fear, but psychological fear. Let's say like psychological fear. For me, the fear is always in the future. What is going to happen next? And this is in a way collapsing because there is simply no next. And that's why it's not like, it's a very natural fear. If you only use one word for this, we can go and say anxiety, fear, like different. But let's stay with the fear, like the psychological, the so-called time-based fear, the thought, the story fear. I cannot hold it. It's impossible to hold it. Maybe it's coming for very short and then poof, gone. And in a way, the power is in this moment, reacting, booming out. In a way, this feeling of, okay, this is important now, serious, is exactly perfect to focus on this very moment in order to perform the best. So it's quite useful. And yeah. What would you say, Kai?
It's interesting. It's interesting. Many years ago, I was in a car accident, and the car did a couple of flips, by the side of the highway. But it's interesting that
you were in the car, Kai? You were in
I
the
was
car?
in the car. Yeah, my girlfriend was driving at the time. Yeah, that was many years ago. It was actually.
I remember.
Oh, did I tell you?
Yeah, you told me. I remember this.
Okay, so but the interesting thing is that once the car went off the road and it started to flip, I just there was no fear. It was like this timeless moment with no fear at all. It was only after that I started trembling, shaking, after it had happened. But when it was happening, there was no fear at all. It's just
beautiful.
It's just like this is what is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. total calmness.
I had the same experience, Kai. Sorry again with full mouth. The same experience with my bike. I was riding my bike, and I was on the right path. It was not the wrong one, but it's quite confusing because on this one we have here in Germany bike roads, car, bike, and passengers. And I was on the right bike road, and both of us could ride at the same time because the street is huge. And for the car drivers, it was confusing. So they always forget to watch on this cross in the direction because it's not that common to have this. And and I was with my bike, and then it was called, I had eine Kapuze. What is it called?
Like a hoodie?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Spanish, capucha. Capucha.
Okay. And then it's like when you turn, you're not really able to see because the thing stays, right? So I was with my bike in the car. The cross was there. The car was coming. I couldn't see it fast enough. And she also, this was a lady, she did not check this, and we collide. And I flew over the car and landed. Exactly, this was this timeless moment. Wow. This timeless moment, like everything stood still, total stillness. Just I don't know what. It was totally peaceful.
Wow. Yeah. Flying.
Fly, totally. Like totally peaceful, and then landing. And since I was very, very skinny, very sporty, this was not like, and I wasn't landing on my head, but really good on the whole body. And then afterwards, when I wasn't like I wasn't gone. It was very quick, and then just noticing that this was hard, and then people gathered in order to help me, and then in a way, of course, the ideas of what's next, you know. But I was too weak in a way to have too much stories. But then this whole thing came. So exactly like you explained, this peacefulness, because in this moment it's just this. There is no issue with this, you know. It's just what is. And in the moment we start to create those beautiful stories, what could, what should, you know. This is in a way the thing which is kind of causing the discomfort.
Yes.
Yeah. But nothing wrong with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh no.
And about suffering, a lot of speakers, lovely speakers, say that during the seeking period there was a lot of suffering, and when the dropping occurred, the suffering may change or collapse also. And here, there's not a memory of really suffering. There was suffering, I suppose, uncomfortability, but now there's also uncomfortability a lot of times. But it's like this past suffering was not suffering really, was kind of performance, no? Theatrical like this, no? Theatrical, but not really suffering. Maybe because I don't know, luckily, I have never had depression or nothing like this. Of course, seeking, and of course, kind of suffering, but not real. The suffering is not real. It's something uncomfortable, but it's the story. The suffering is, well, maybe it sounds a little, if someone has had depression, I don't know. But, well, suffering is a story. Here is seen as a story. Not really. I know that you, Rosa, sometimes speak that you have suffered a lot during this period, this seeking.
Yeah.
You have memories of this. You
Yeah.
remember this suffering.
Yeah. It was pain in the ass. Let's put it like this. I couldn't really. This was simply the idea that what is right now is not okay. That this has to change. And when this idea, that's why I totally resonated when I first heard it's what it is, and it's perfect already. This was the most beautiful. It wasn't that much about no me or me. Not this. This wasn't that interesting. This was simply a side information. But the main thing was, that's it. That's it. And I was like, oh, okay. Because when this is it, what's the problem? Where's the problem?
No problem.
And so what's wrong with your bad, heavy emotion feelings? Okay, okay, that's it. Nothing wrong with that. And when this is hurt, it's hurt.
It's hurt.
And then it's simply, in a way, played out in a total like booming openness, you know, totally straight just to this. Okay, that's it. And a lot of fear, of course, came up because there was a lot of resistance. And when there is this opening, you know, a lot of shit is coming out. And yeah, knowing that's it, this is simply like no escape, like a crucifixion, you can say. In some situations where, of course, naturally this body is, you know, protecting itself, but then you say, okay, well, that's it, you know. And yeah, I would say beautiful.
Yes, here the same, man. The topic about me or not me was not so important as the majesty of the all there is this. All there is this. The first time was enough because at the same time was the feeling of finally someone says that I knew this. I knew all my life I have known that all there is this. But nobody has said so clearly and simply. No,
same here. Same here.
Just this, not else. Nothing is missing.
Same here.
But here has been always known. And in the moment that was so clear with 3 words, not fear, not period of adjustment, not period of no, only happiness, only finally someone says so simple.
Yeah.
So simple.
Beautiful, Tony. Exactly. Here was this in love with simplicity. When I was teenager, it was very heavy. The story got very heavy. And then I came in touch with Thich Nhat Hanh. It's just like, oh, just this, sitting, drinking, breathing, but in a more spiritual way. But it was also about non-duality, the interbe, the interconnectedness. And I love it. This was, in a way, the big relief. This was the falling in love with simplicity. And then when this was heard, it's what it is, the non-dual message. Like, it was not about me or no me. This was not the thing. Like, exactly like you said. Wow. So bloody simple. I love it. And then it was just simply like the body, in a way, adjusted to this new, you can say, the new okay, so it doesn't matter if, of course, there's a lot of the thoughts, we can say, yeah, the thoughts, they in a way are this is the mind fuck. This is, in a way, the whole issue. If you cannot, if there is no issue anymore with any thought, with any circumstance or body feeling sick, not sick, well, then there is no problem. Everything still arises, but there is no issue with this. It doesn't matter what this is running here. It can tell me a lot of stories. So what? Beautiful, you know? And yeah.
And what I find, even still now, there are these like subtle resistances that sometimes I don't catch, but then don't resist the resistances.
Yes.
Absolutely. I have like a sentence. It's let the play play its play and play the play.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here is no one who is saying don't resist the resistance. It's full on resistance or not. It's very simple. Here's simply no issue with no matter what's popping up.
There's anyway nobody to resist or not to resist. So it's just what's happening. And,
yeah. It's just in the directness of what is just what's happening. Yeah, Felix.
Yes, I'm playing this amazing theater play. Playing, wow. Playing, no? Performing and living, knowing, not knowing, but playing these characters because, for example, these thoughts, well, they can help, but keep going. But what? It's not important. Doesn't happen. That doesn't matter really.
Exactly.
The performing, the show is going on. The show is going on without nobody, but the show is beautiful.
It's in a way the same. It's simply the same. Nothing changed, and at the same time, everything changed. Because this is just the full-on booming direct aliveness, and like the one who's the whole time holding you, like the brake, pulling you back in a way is missing. So this is free fall.
Free fall. Yes, and this unknowing, and at the same time, this mouth is saying words, but not knowing, because the words maybe the opposite. In another time, will be the opposite way around. No, the duality plays on playing as if they were like this, because words and mind is dualistic. But this is not dualistic, because it's whole, it's complete, it's everything, it's nothing, it's not dualities. But words playing, they keep on, and the thoughts keep on going, and knowing, and nothing happens at the same time, and nothing happens.
Okay.
It's so mysterious, so mysterious. And at the same time, the beauty of this mystery at the not knowing, that's the freedom. The not knowing is freedom. Because if one pretends to know something or different things, exactly, the knowing is killing. No, of course, it's also this, but it's not
beautiful,
not
beautiful.
knowing.
Yeah.
But every knowing and every grasping of words, ideas, is like picking out like small pieces of the wholeness, and that might keep you from seeing or feeling the wholeness.
Felix,
so
let's go. Let's go in part 2, sweethearts. You have time?
Yeah. Okay.
And let's continue exactly with this thing what Felix was pointing to. Okay, keep it in mind, sweetheart. Just reconnect with the same Zoom link. See you in part 2.